We were doing some breath work with someone who had reached out and um, wanted wanted to breathe. Right now, I'm wanting my cat to stop using me as a scratching post. Give me a second, guys. We got Cat and Jack here. Hey, Cat and Jack. Hey, Danny. Danny, how are you, my friend? Yogi gets to be late because life, yeah, life delays us all a little bit sometimes, right? Semper says it seems like Tuesday quiz night, and Skits is here. Hey, Skits. Let's talk movie stuff. Says, hey, all right. Who knows anything about rain? I was just talking about this. RAIN, it's an acronym. Hey, Savannah. Savannah, how are you? Savannah says, hey, it's Savannah again. Welcome back, my friend. Let's do some bathroom or some breath work for grief. We can do breath work for grief. Um, uh, Savannah says, I'm good. How about you? I am good. I am pretty good. Good says, hi, squirrel. Uh, okay. Hey, Kat, have you and I ever talked about rain before? Hey, Josh. RAIN is an acronym and it works with grief. It works with depression. It works with um, anxiety. It works with panic attacks. It works with whatever it is that we're going through that we are unsure about or we're suffering. RAIN is an acronym. It's a mindfulness technique. It's from the Vipassana tradition of Buddhist meditation. It's been popularized by Tara Brach. Tara Brach is a mindfulness teacher. Radical Acceptance was one of her books, and it's an awesome book. Hey, Banana Man. Oh, that's me, Mr. Banana Man. I am Mr. Banana Man. If you guys haven't seen Just One Sue's short that she made of me on an island dressed as a banana, and it's absolutely awesome. I absolutely love it. Hey, Jamie, go visit, guys. Too, if you want to drop the link, that would be awesome. Let's see. Danny says, just Josh Edits is amazing out in Yogi's basement. He has been let out of the basement. Tara Brach has a school in Bethesda, which is about 20 minutes, but it takes about 30 to 40 minutes to get there. It's like 25 miles away. But because it's right outside of DC, it just takes forever to get there. Um, and I did a silent retreat there um, as well. Went to services on occasion, Mocha and I. Anyway, rain. Let's apply this to grief. Recognize. Just pause. Whatever you're doing, pause. Hey, Betty. Betty says hello. That's the first letter. Recognize. Nothing changes until we recognize it. And then allow. Accept the experience as it is. Allow the experience, whatever that experience is. Hey, Jace, whatever that experience, awesome. Allow it. Allow it. Don't try to change it. Just allow it. Recognize it. And then investigate, inquire. Where are you feeling it in your body? Are you holding it? Is it tense? Is it expressive? Is it moving? Is it motion? Is it throbbing as an actual physical hurt? Just investigate softly, curiously, and with infinite care. And then the end is nurture. Nurture yourself. Best way that I found to nurture yourself is with the somatic motion. Gentle touch. Both arms, one arm at a time. You can put one arm under your arm and a hold if you need to feel secure as you caress with the other arm. Move up to your hands. Hand skating is what it's called. Sometimes when we start, we're going really fast or faster. But as we start settling in to that self-nurturing, you slow it down, and it truly, truly becomes a hand caress. And then we put our hands on the heart center. This is where we hold our grief. This is where we hold that emotion, deeply so, sometimes without even recognizing it. Remember, we are recognizing, we are allowing, we are investigating, and now we're nurturing. So you're freeing the heart center to express what it expresses, to feel what it feels. Nothing has to change. Grief isn't negative. It's not a negative experience. It's only when we no longer allow grief to happen. It's only when we want to push it away, when we don't want to accept the fact that we're grieving, but we're grieving for a reason. We're grieving loss. Allow it. Accept it. And now we're going to breathe through the grief. We're going to do that with a very easy breath. We're going to breathe in for a count of 4. We're going to hold for 1 count. We're going to exhale for a count of 8. If you remember that ujjayi breath, the ha sound, that gentle snore, add that in. If you don't remember it, if you don't think you have it, don't worry about it. Remember, we're drawing in air. We're not very slow. We're sipping air. To count of 4, we're going to hold for a count. We're going to exhale for a count of 8. So close your eyes. Those who are doing the breath, relax. We're not trying to get rid of the grief. We are trying to experience the purity of the grief and the message that it has for us. Relax. Eyes are closed. Gently focus on the third eye. Allow your heart center to open. And we're going to breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to hold the breath for 1. And we exhale for a count of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the breath for a count of 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 1. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the breath for 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 1. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the breath for 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 1. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the breath for 1. Last breath, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 1. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the breath for 1. Relax. Sorry, guys. Fortunately, we were right at the end of that. We had done the breath, so we didn't freeze up during the breath. I apologize, Kat. It was good timing. It was good timing. Tina says, breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on the out breath. An easy way, some people have trouble getting that breathing in for 4 or extending the breath for 8. That ujjayi breath that I talked about, making that ha sound, not only is it a valuable breath completely on its own, because it's very soothing, as I just explained to a friend, it is the sound of the ocean. It's also called the ocean breath. So you're bringing yourself to the shore. You're bringing yourself to that primordial ocean. And you're following it. Hey, sweating and smiling. And again, it's that ha sound. So it also creates a very, very light constriction of the throat, which allows us to slow the air as it comes in and slow it as it goes out. It's also creating some white noise, which is very soothing in and of itself. Hey, Selena, it's nice to see you. Praveen, my friend, happy to see you. Who else have I missed? Squirrel Sniper, how are you? Sniper says, lovely short, just left a comment. The ever creative Sue never ceases to amaze me with what she does. Hey, Tim. It's nice to see you, Tim. Let's see. Dex Coolest says, hi, just win Sue. Eat says, sup, Danny? Hey, Eat. Dex Coolest says, I'm just something like that. Appreciate that. Hope I can make it worth your while. Hey, Michael. Hey, Yogi, just got the Go-Go song up if you want to give it a listen. Hey, do. You want to drop a link for it, Michael? Hello, Austin. Nice to see you. Just cruising up. If I missed anyone, Jamie Brown. Hello, my friend. Sue. I'm sorry, Cat and Jack. I hope that was helpful. Cena says they came in as the live stream dropped out. No worries. Praveen says nice t-shirt, sir. It's my favorite color. I like purple too. This is where Mocha goes to community college, finishing off her degree in sign language, American Sign Language, as well as photography. Montgomery Community College. Josh says Gravity Core is on something. He's on life. What's Gravity Core got something? What's he saying tonight? Those guys are awesome. Sniper had said, he won't be a second. Please keep breathing. Meantime, thank you, Sniper. Sweatin says, I did burpees today. I thought Wednesday was your normal burpee day. And if it's screaming real hard, you can make Had a Bird on my back. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm going to check it out. The ever artistically sweating and smiling. Yep, I remember you saying, I think it was 2 weeks ago, you do burpees on Wednesday to burn off the Taco Tuesdays. Of course, there's never a bad time to do burpees. It says Selena Celestial. If you check out my last post on my community page, it is a map of where we are, not in the Atlas scene. Hey, Sparky. Hey, mate, how are you? Sparky, I'm doing good. How about you? Praveen says, oh, nice, sir. With a okay sign. Thank you, my friend. How was your day, Praveen? Actually, your day's... This is morning for you, right? Praveen, I think you made all 3 live streams. I think you were there this morning, right? And you were here this afternoon. That's a big day. Sparky says, Danny, hey ya. Frenchie says, hey Yogi, hey Frenchie, how are you? Frenchie, it was nice seeing you over at Chris's Nature's Dog Realm. Everyone is saying hi. Rosie is here. Rosie, how are you? Rosie, sending you love and prayers. Cena says, Squirrel, I will check out shortly. Everyone is saying hi. And Sparky says, I'm good, mate. You been up to much? Nah, I haven't been up to much. Beautiful day today. Got up to like 61 degrees. Saw a ton of deer. Hoping to see a fox, but I did not see a fox. Let's see, everyone's saying hi. Eric Point says, hey, Sparky. What's up, Eric LaPointe? Sue's waving at Eric. Hey, Eric. Have you ever wondered what I would look like dressed as a banana while being stranded on an island? I'm sure you have. It might have even kept you up at night. Well, you're in luck, my friend. You no longer have to wonder what I look like as a banana, because through the magic and artistry, I can't get that word out. Artistry. The magic and artistry of Just One Sue, she shows you exactly what I would look like, dressed as a banana on a desert island. Eric Point, this is making me laugh. In fact, I have actually wondered what we look like for quite some time, Yogi. And now we know. Now we know the answer. We didn't know that we needed to know, but now we know. And now that we know, we know. You'll see it and you will never forget. Sniper says, hey, Scuba. Scuba Eric too? Yes, Scuba. Exactly. Can't forget the Scuba. That's how I got to the island. I love how people's minds work. Praveen says, Scroll Sniper. Sir, your name reminds me of my sniper course training. Sniper training is very, very tough. I can have no doubt it was 11 months long course. Wow. Frenchie says, sub to you, Selena. Nice. What's up, Runner Boy? Did I see Runner Boy? Yep, there he is. What's up with the watch hours, Runner Boy? Eric the Point, right above you is the link for me in my banana days. I'm watching it again right now. Cracking me up. Let's see. Pokemon says that's hilarious. Sniper says pair of yogis. So I scuba dived to the island and then quickly changed into my banana uniform and did a little banana dance. I need to learn that dance. Don't be surprised someday, guys, if I show up on the live stream in my banana costume doing that dance. It could happen. And you might laugh and say, Yogi doesn't own a banana costume. You might be surprised. You might be surprised. Sorry again, I wagged my finger at you guys. Let's see. Are you guys connected with our new friend, Praveen Factwiz? He did a live stream today. He did a live stream and spent time with me on my live stream at the same time. Pretty awesome. Selena says, Frenchie, I love watching videos on cold, icy places. Well, I'm over here sweating in the hot, connected with you, my friend. Yep, our friend Selena is in Australia. Eggpoint says, Frenchie, I got you back. Nice. 2630 for Runner Boy. 5 days being held. Hey, let's seal the deal, Runner Boy. Let's just close it up. Let's finish it off this week. Frenchie gives a thumbs up. She says, Selena, I have videos of a frozen river on my channel. Not just any old frozen river. Susquehanna River. Let's see. Michael says, I can only imagine Yogi would look like as a plantain. He got the wheels turning. Who knows what might happen? Did you know I actually literally posed for that for Sue? She asked me if I would pretend that I was wearing a banana costume and do a dance. So I had to do that dance. 6 hours. I danced like that nonstop for 6 hours until Sue had it perfectly. And then she said, okay, you can relax. True, not so true story. Selena says, I just want to jump into that snow, Frenchie. What do you guys prefer? Really hot days or cold days? Eggpoint says, I love it, Sue. Sue says, connected to Frenchie. Eggpoint says, I've been dropping a like and lurking on Running Boys. Nice. Tina says, I see you, Sue. Michael says, at least he doesn't have to remember too much choreography. This is true. This is true. It's a more complicated dance than you might realize, though. Hey, Daisy. Hi, Yogi and chat. Can't stay cooking dinner. Hey, Daisy, when you are done cooking dinner, go check out Just One Sue, her short of me in a banana costume dancing on a deserted island. One always says, well, I have 22 hours from a restream, then whatever from the normal lives to get added on. So I bet you have under 3 hours. You can do that by the end of the week. One of the boys, Frenchie stalking me, caught in 4K. Derek Point says, Yogi, if you don't want to know the ad that I have to watch one of your one of your videos, it's probably for meat, right? What's it for, Eric Lapointe? She says, I actually had a picture of me in a bandit suit at the York Fair many years ago, but I don't have it anymore. We need to recreate that moment. I got a friend that lives in York, Pennsylvania. He's actually from Snyder County, Pennsylvania. Moved down here to Maryland. He was in the military. And then when he retired, he moved up to York. It's just cheaper living. Eric Point says, let's just say it's for men only. All right. So probably prostate care. Hey, Batgirl. Batgirl and Company Waves, says Yogi. Batgirl, how are you? Wonderboy says we've got a lot more ads on YouTube videos recently. It's a good sign. Simon says, shaving your jewelry, Eric Lapointe. Michael says, say to Batgirl. Michael, did he drop you a link yet for Goga? Jonas Fallon says, the question wasn't answered. What are you doing on the island? I cannot reveal. I cannot reveal that. Top secret mission. You don't show up on an island in a banana suit without some type of nefarious intent behind it. That's as much as I can say. Paveen says, sir, in my today's live stream, I received 124K views and around 450 subscribers, 480 watch hours from 6 hours screencasting. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well done, my friend. You have a big channel. Impressive. Even more impressive is you're here hanging out with me. I appreciate it. very much. I appreciate your company. I appreciate your insights and your friendship. Selena says, Eric in a banana costume. I must see that. She's waving at Batgirl. The link is right up above. Eric Point is laughing. Praveen says, thank you, sir, for coming in my life. Absolutely. I'll be on the lookout for more. Frenchie says, sub to you, Batgirl. Glad to see everyone's connected. Man, we got such awesome people across the spectrum of the community. No longer is it a burpee community. No longer is it a um, whatever whatever it might have been. It is just it's not fishing community. It's not burpee community. It's just community across the board. Everyone connected. Everyone bringing something uniquely them uh, to each other's live streams. It's pretty amazing. Frenchie says you can only take off so much in the heat, but in the cold, just put some more clothes on. Yeah, absolutely right. I've had bad experiences in both as an ultra runner. I've been pre-hyperthermic, and I've ended up in the emergency room with um, severe dehydration and heat exhaustion. Not a heat stroke, but heat exhaustion. And it was pretty brutal. Both were pretty bad. I'll be honest with you, I felt better with heat exhaustion than I did with being pre-hyperthermic. Pre-hyperthermic, you're shaking and you can't get warm no matter what. Sniper says Selena Special was 18 English Essex boy accent. I had the tools to have fun. Oh, Australia? It's true, Selena. Australians know how to have fun. Thank you, Praveen, my friend. Danny's waving at Batgirl. Oops. I need to get some water real quick, guys. I forgot my supplement. Eric Point in the hot countries, people buy firewood and get it delivered, already split and stacked for you. Selena has connected. One second, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. I got to see who I want to leave in charge. All right. This time around, I'll be right back. Until I come back, hey, Batgirl and Company, you're in charge. Keep an eye out on Eric Lapointe. He does stuff when I leave the room, rearranges my books. He agitates my cat. I think he actually is urging my cat to stick her claws in me, which is why she's doing it so often. I don't know. Anyway, until I come back in just a minute, Batgirl, you're in charge. Danny, you're second in command. All right. What kind of trouble? did you guys get into while I was gone? Hey, Taff says, "Hey, Yugi, I'm Mark's sister. Off the other live. Welcome, my friend. Appreciate you being here." Everyone is saying hi. Selena says, "Frenchie, I prefer hot, so I'm in a good spot here in Queensland, Australia. But there is something mystical about the cold. There is. There's something mystical about all of Australia, in my opinion. You and I have talked about this before about the uh, native people." Taft says, "The cat." Frenchie says, "Pilot, crew, and passengers." Sniper says, "Eric's hacking FBI database. It only take about 90 seconds." Yeah, if everything goes according to plan, 90 seconds on the dot. Rackwell says he behaved. Thank you. But you know why he behaved? Because you were in charge. Of course, my cat came in. My cat's a little agitated. Selena says, "Sniper, I was talking to my mom last night on the phone, and she was saying she's worried about the ships off the coast of Australia spying on us." And I said, "Mom, the Chinese have probably been spying on us since the 60s. Get over it. It's probably true." Kat says, "Hey, Yogi, I'm pretty good at organizing. You want us to come over, help with his books?" You know, they're they appear to be disorganized, but within that very disorganization is a intricate system, a filing system. I know I can visualize each and every book. And if someone were to say, "Can you get this particular book?" Almost always. Sometimes I'm mistaken by a bit. I appreciate the offer. The books down there are ones I'm going to revisit. I'm going to revisit shortly, hopefully. Rosie says, "Hit the like button and subscribe. Let's support Yogi, please." And thank you. Thank you, Rosie. Every country spies on each other. So, what? Who cares? I still have to pay taxes. We still have to pay taxes. Hey, Carl. Good evening, my friend. How are you? Kavit says, "Sir, you are pure from the heart. I get full positive vibes from your lives. That's why I sacrifice some of my sleep hours to stay connected with you, sir. Keep spreading positivity. That's the plan, my friend. And you are helping. You bring a great quality to the live streams. Um, we're keeping each other company. You know." Cat Jack says, "Yogi, I've worked with hoarders. Hoarders. So you saying that I'm a hoarder? I do hoard books. I hoard books and old running shoes. Why is that? Is that a sign of a deep, deep illness? I have running shoes that are literally 20 years old. My first 100-mile race was in 2015, and I got the running shoes that are literally holes in it, falling apart. I still have them. I've worked with hoarders before. So, only books and running shoes. I promise. Everything else I can get away. Everything else I'll gladly give away. See, it says, "Eric, Australia is spiritually on a different plane, but that's a different conversation for a different time." I'd love to talk about it. I believe it. Um, and of course, there's other places. I believe the Himalayan mountains. I think the Appalachian Mountains as well. Appalachian Mountains being some of the oldest mountains in the world, older than the Himalayas. Danny says, "Hey to Carl." Yogi, can you get A Course in Miracles out? I can. It's actually in the other room. I have it on my bedstand, but I also have it online right now, and I do have selections from A Course in Miracles right over here. So it says Eric rationalizing his filing systems. It's so beautiful. Uh, Let me get in there and organize. My Virgo synonym is crying and decluttered. Remember, guys, this is in my defense, this is a small room. A lot of stuff in a small room makes it look cluttered. If I was in a super large room, you guys would be like, man, his office is so spacious and well organized. How does he do it? How does he make it appear so spacious and well organized? It's all about perspective. Back me up on this, Squirrel Sniper. Hey, Jim Rat. Jim Rat says, Yogi, how are you, my friend? T is here. T says, hello, everyone. Cat says, I was gifted the elves and the shoemaker as a kid. Now my love language is active service. You know what? I'm going to add one thing to the hoarding list. I have gotten rid of one thing that belonged to my father. Not one thing. My brother packed up some books and some shirts, and we're going to give these away. And I was like, that's fine. And then I found myself in the morning when it was quiet, my brother was asleep, going through it and saying, nope, I'm going to keep this, I'm going to keep this, I'm going to keep this. And my brother looked at the box the next day and he's like, there's barely anything in it. And I was like, yeah, I can't do it. Can't do it. Let's see, everyone is saying hi. Carl says, thanks, Frenchie. Be kind, rewind. Hey, Sheiky baby, how are you? Foxy is here. It's 2 a.m. Foxy, how is honeymoon? How's Turkey? Our friend Foxy is on his honeymoon, guys. Share Bear is here. Hey, Share Bear. Toy Pups, my friend, how are you? He's saying hi to everyone. Jim Rat says, so to all, much love as well. Much love to you, Jim Rat. Cindy says, Allura, Iris Rock, is a portal or a spiritual gate. In Celtic mythology, they call them thin places. Places where the two worlds are at its thinnest. Portals, as you were saying. I love that term, thin places. You guys ever read John O'Donohue? Anam Cara, and one more book. I can't remember I know exactly where the book is, but I can't remember the title. T says, Yogi, my dad had some special Concord ties. Sad I no longer have them. Carl says, been to Turkey once. How do you like it, Carl? Everyone is subbing to each other. Guys, I appreciate that. We got 30 thumbs up. I appreciate that too. Frenchie waves to Mama Chris. Hey, how are you? I did not see you come in. There she is. Nature's Dog Realms says hello. Once again, guys, I am struck by the loveliness of Nature's Dog Realms channel. Just how much fun it is to hang out with her and everyone. The atmosphere that she creates, the love, the nurturing. Her, Daisy May, Tundra, Toy Pups. They're doing something special on YouTube. I mentioned before, this is what YouTube is all about, in my opinion, for what it's worth. Yeah, you can have your, what's the guy's name? Mr. It is Mr. Right? Mr. Beast. Never saw a single thing that he's done. I never heard of him until Night Watch and Flower told me about him last summer. But I hear he's doing good stuff, which is awesome. Um, he gets a ton of support from YouTube. You know who needs a ton of support from YouTube? Nature's Dog Realms, Daisy, Toy Pups, Tundra, Eric Lapointe, our friend Carl, all of you guys. Such an awesome message. Sully Jim Rat's got an awesome message. I would love to see YouTube scan around and find people with that positive message and the nurturing quality and say, these are the ones, these smaller channels, we're going to promote them. They don't need to be huge. But, some help. Some help would be nice. Carl says, YouTube is changing for me, Yogi. How's it changing? What's going on, Carl? Danny says, like 33. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know, Danny. All right. Carl says he'll never go back again to Turkey. Was it a bad experience? Foxy says I have a bunch of videos that I made a week ago of the forest to upload in the future. Nice, Foxy. Selena says there are some things that should never be thrown away. Family things are different, particularly when they're special. Yeah, and it just maybe if I revisit it, it would be different. At the time, everything felt special. There was a lot of things. I love that still. Guys, check out the video. Sue is flying with the vultures. Yeah, at the time when they wanted to give that stuff away, it was I don't know. I needed that connection. Maybe I still do. I don't know. Well, maybe I'll revisit. Richie says, Cat and Jack, you awesome. Thank you. Cat and Jack is awesome. Completely agree with that. Even if she wants to come over here and disorganize all of my books. He says, Yogi, it's called caring and being kind and supportive. I agree, T. So, Cat Jack says, no, thank you. Frenchie, the short I saw was beautiful. Yeah, Frenchie brings a very artistic feel to his work. YouTube, up, I read that. I want a bear. Bears are pretty awesome. I have reoccurring dreams about bears, and they're always positive. They're always, they make me feel connected. We'll see if we can get you a bear, Carl. Selena says, I agree, Eric. I love connecting here and everywhere on YouTube. Yeah, this is why I've been putting in most of my titles on the live streams about just be kind or practicing. I have mentioned before that I'm very, very often, Frenchie says, thank you, Yogi, you're welcome, that I see, not anyone in particular, just across the spectrum of YouTube, um, of I sub to those who sub to me, or I support people who support me, or things along those lines. But I tell you the complete opposite. Support everyone. Make it a practice. Be kind to everyone, no exceptions. Support everyone. Or as I said the other day, um, support the people that you love. Love everybody. Life becomes truly magical and such an opportunity because you don't care what you get back in return. You get the world back in return. Literally, you get the world back in return. Give and keep giving. Find out how endless you actually are. The heart does not have a border. The heart doesn't say, nope, I've reached my limit to the amount of people I support today. It just keeps giving and giving. The nature of love is extension, the nature of the ego is projection. So when you find yourself in a place of extension, you know you're on point. He says, Foxy, hope you're having a great time. Foxy says, I'm close to the beach on Talia in Turkey. Selena says, Eric, you can revisit your father's things when you're ready to process them. Thank you. I appreciate that insight. And yes, I will. I mean, I see much of it. This is the house that it's my father's house. It's the house I grew up in. I After my divorce, I my dad said, "Come on, move in, help me be a caregiver for your mom who had Alzheimer's." So my dad and I, my brother, and my sister, took care of my mom, and then my dad had a stroke during that time, so definitely needed help. After my mom passed away, my dad needed the caregiver. I became his primary caregiver, sort of through default. Foxy says, I try to spread love to everyone. You do. There's no doubt that you do, Foxy. You do an awesome job. I am proud to call you a friend. Tanya says, Hey Yogi, quick hello before bedtime for me. Thank you, Tandra. I appreciate you stopping in. I was talking about your channel just a little bit ago. Praveen says, Sir, yesterday I told you we daily uh, uh, hire our morning exercises class from 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. It's now 5 a.m. A half an hour left, so I need to go, sir, to get ready. Bye. Take care. In Hindi, we say namaste. Namaste, my friend. Thank you for hanging out with us, Praveen. Man, Praveen missed out on some actual sleep just to hang out with us, guys. Is that pretty amazing or not? Fatima is here. Says, like, then thank you. I appreciate that. Cena says, Praveen, take care. T says, Carl, take care. I try to talk with you. Carl says, I'm fed up. So goodbye. What are you fed up with, Carl? We were just talking about bears, my friend, a few minutes ago. Foxy says, I love you all. We love you too, Foxy. Everyone is saying hi and saying goodbye. T says, Yogi, did you do your supplements? I did. Thanks. I hope you did too, T. Tina says, I'm sorry, Eric, being a caregiver is hard work. Prayers for you, friend, and everything you've been through. Being a caregiver is hard work. It was one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. When my father passed away, not only was I grieving that he had passed away, I was grieving a loss of an identity. Told this story quite a few times. Uh, what's a caregiver do? You know, being a caregiver for my mom. Then I was the caregiver for during that time my stepdaughter, my wife at the time, He was in the Air Force 23 and a half years, went to Iraq for over a year. So I was the primary caregiver for my stepdaughter. Um, and then for my dad. So what's a caregiver do when there is no one, when the job seems to be over, and yet you still feel, I don't know, undone? Like, have I have I reached that conclusion? Is that chapter of my life over? Uh, Not just losing my dad, but losing an identity. At this point, I don't necessarily know if I need an identity, but just 3 years ago, and the answer for me was keep caring, keep being a caregiver. But now it's not focused on my dad. It's not focused on my mom. It's not focused on my stepdaughter. It is focused on you guys, focused on anyone who pops into this channel, even for an instant, no matter what reason, no matter why. Um, it is the people who call me up and say, "Can we do some breath work?" It's the people who call me up and say, "Can you just listen to me for a minute, or can we talk for a few minutes?" It's for um, neighbors. It's for everyone. Danny says, "I wonder where his mad face." It's a good question. Maybe he'll pop in. Cat says, "I hope Carl can find some happiness soon." I hope so. Regardless of if he finds happiness, of course, you know, the Buddhist metta meditation, metta uh, literally means love, and it's the uh, meditation of extending love and care to everyone. So, I wish metta to Carl. I wish peace and compassion and love. But most of all, I hope that Carl knows he can just come in and be here, and that he's loved just for being here. Foxy says, my next goal is to hit 150 subs, 15 away. Awesome. Is everyone here subscribed to Foxy? Frenchie says, you got my sub. Baby Nick says, what happened to them? What happened to who? I didn't see you come in, Nick. So yeah, I'm continuing. I'm still a caregiver. Sindish says, context, I wasn't able to sleep, and it was 2 a.m. because of the sleeping techniques suggested by Eric in the live stream. I could sleep within 10 minutes. Thanks, Eric. You're very kind and good at heart. Thank you so much, Sindish. I'm glad they helped. Always ready, always happy to help. I've been doing breath work forever. However, it was not always the appropriate breath for the appropriate occasion. For me, I just knew breath work. I learned it in yoga classes. I learned it in a yoga book. It was only when I became a breathwork instructor and a pranayama coach that I realized that we can use the breath as a specific tool to produce a specific outcome. And there's a breath for everything that we need. And it's made a huge difference. And it helped me navigate through my own experiences with anxiety and panic attacks. T says, hey, Runner Boy. Runner Boy, will we start the restream soon? Good. I had you up for your workout today. And you are on the list for the playlist for tomorrow. I had Martine up for today, Food from Afar, as well as other people. If you went live today, I did my best to have you up. Cena says, to be a caregiver for your child, mother, and father, it's such a big responsibility. You're a truly blessed person. And I hear what you're saying about losing an identity after the passing of a parent. Yeah. I was certainly blessed to be able to give that care to everyone. That I tell you what, if I was asked even months or a year before, uh, was I capable of being a single parent to a teenage daughter going into high school? I had been her stepfather since she was 8, almost 9. She was going into high school, great relationship, but it's a troubling time for anyone. I think it might be a particularly troubling time for um, a young lady who is mom is in a war zone, so she's obviously going to be worried about it. A very sensitive, uh, artistic person. Um, so if someone says, hey, do you think you could be a capable stepfather? I'd be like, nope, I'm not ready for that. Um, but then the moment comes, and you step into that role, and you just do it because that's your job to do. You don't question, can I do it? Am I doing a good job? You just do it day by day, moment by moment. I've mentioned before I had a contentious relationship with my mom. And even though at that point I'd been meditating for 20 years, I'd done uh, deep studies in yoga, Buddhism. I'd been practicing A Course in Miracles for about 10 years at that point, uh, maybe even 15. If someone said, hey, you are able to take care of someone with dementia, someone that you didn't get along with before. Not that we didn't love each other, we just didn't get along. I mentioned before, I wasn't always sure that she liked me. Thank you for those jewels, Eric. I just got the feeling she didn't like me too much. She loved me, she didn't like me. Um, but then my mom became a great, great teacher for me. She taught me how to apply. It's one thing studying A Course in Miracles, it's a whole another story when you have to apply it in every single aspect of your life. And I mean everything. And that prepared me to be a caregiver for my father. Hardest thing in the world. Even after caring for my mom and my stepdaughter, becoming a critical caregiver and making those literally at the end life and death calls to doing everything, to holding his hand the moment he passed away. Didn't know I could do that until I actually did it. And now looking back, I wonder, how did I actually do that? And what's next? I don't know. Cindy says, how can we connect with you outside of live stream, Eric? Do you have membership or courses? How can we do yoga with Yogi? I do have a membership here. Um, and I do some, membership live streams where we do some yoga, some breath work. I talk about meditation. Um, Anyone can hook up with me on Facebook if they want. Um, I do have. I'm a certified meditation teacher. I teach meditation, and I do breath work for a living. That is my. That's the aspect of yoga that I teach. I am a 200-hour certified yoga asana teacher. It's not my specialty though. I I love doing it myself, but I wouldn't say that I'm a skilled yoga asana teacher. Cindy says, Eric, I'm a single parent too, and nothing can prepare you. Yeah, you are absolutely right about that. Cindy says, Squirrel, I've never doused before, but I'm always curious about everything. I love that about your children. I struggle so hard with my daughter. Name, I came up with her name 1 week before. Tanya says, I don't know if the same for you, Yogi. When caring for someone, I kind of forgot about myself. Yes. And what an important thing. What a blessing. And you know what? In a way, that aspect that you forgot about never comes fully back. And that's a blessing too. Because you're infinitely more caring after that. You see the face of your mother, you see the face of your father, in everyone now. It's hard to, um, hey, small face, it's hard to react to things the same, you know? Cypress said, Selena, when my wife was first pregnant with him, I doused to see what sex he was. She was very skeptical about all that at first. And then I doused my second girl. Nice. So, yeah, guys, please feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. Foxy says, once I hit 150, I might start making longer videos. But let's get you to 150. 14 away, 136 is where you are right now. Let me make sure that I have you on both accounts. I'm probably almost positive that I do. I do. So we're going to talk for, I guess, about 10 more minutes. Hey, Austin. Austin drops his playlist. Danny says, Smile Face, how are you? Simpa says to Selena, we named her Flo. In the end, Florence, but she likes to just be called Flo. She's a double jointed gymnast, ballet acrobatic, who is quite successful. Smile Face says, hello to all the great people in here. Smile Face, how are you, my friend? Sister says, Sniper, that's amazing. My daughter started gymnastics, switching from ballet. She loves it. I won't say her name because it's my decision as her parent, but Florence is a beautiful name. Batgirl's waving at Smile Face. It's amazing the things that we step up to do that are presented to us, um, and that we're reluctant, even afraid, even dread, become the greatest experiences. They leave us stripped and raw and fully authentically ourselves. All the facade is gone. Most especially with my mom. My mom centered me. When you're dealing with anyone with dementia, you can't afford to be selfish. You learn to be very mindful of your language. You never want to catch yourself saying, I just told you. How many times do I have to tell you? Listen to me. Even being polite, please listen to me. None of that matters. None of that even exists. You only have the present moment because that's where they reside. What a wonderful teacher. My mom literally became my Zen master. Smallface says, I'm beyond great, Eric. Hope you're doing well too. I am, Smallface. I appreciate that. It's nice seeing you over at Joshua's, and it's always great. You crack me up over at Nature's Dog Realm. You have so much fun. And every live stream you go into, you have so much fun. And you literally are smile face. You're smiling, you're making people laugh, you're uplifting every place you go. Speaking of uplifting, our friend Kay Renee's Garden is here, says, hey, Yogi, and everyone in the chat. Says, I hope that everyone is doing well. Thank you, Kay. It's nice to see you, my friend. Fatima says, thank you so much, Celine. I need you more on my channel. Well, I'm glad you guys made that connection. Sniper says, in the now. Absolutely. It's so, it's vital because that is where they're existing. And again, a wonderful teacher. I learned to truly see my mom when with dementia, their own facade drops. The mask, all the masks that my mom wore through her entire life as a strict disciplinarian mother, as a somewhat not neglectful, but selectively ignoring. All of that was dropped, and I saw my mom for who she truly, truly was, and it was pure love. What an invaluable lesson. I walked by my mom and dad's room. My mom at that point was in the later stages of Alzheimer's. She knew us. She knew that we were her people. She didn't know that I was her son. Sometimes it would come back in. Um, Kay says, "I can shit out you out, Yogi." Thank you, Kay. And I heard my mom talking, and I knew no one was in the room with her. So I looked in to make sure everything was okay. My mom was a school teacher for over 50 years. She taught first grade. And I look in the room, and my mom was teaching a class, an entire classroom of children, only she could see. The facade was dropped. My mom was a teacher through and through and through. She loved her kids. My dad was a teacher too. My dad used to say he was a good teacher. My mom was an exceptional teacher. I still get people come up to me, "Hey, Jamie," um, and they'll hear my name in a local store, getting coffee or whatever, and they'll say McCarty. You're not related to Mrs. McCarty, which is what people knew her as, of course. Um, she was my teacher, first grade, and they always say she was my favorite teacher. I don't know my first grade teacher's name, but they knew my mom and still do. Jamie says hi to everyone. Kat says that's beautiful, Yogi. So many beautiful moments like that too. Danny says small face makes everyone laugh. Small face is a happy person. He is. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Sniper says, I saw that in my mother too, Eric. It's heartbreaking, and I don't mean that in a bad or even a sad way, because I honestly think the heart needs to be broken because it becomes spacious. If the heart breaks for one thing, now you have room to hold everyone. My divorce broke me wide open, and I had that choice. Find a different way to love my wife, or be bitter, hurt, depressed. And I was bitter, hurt, and depressed until I wasn't, until I realized I don't have to be. I love her. So things have changed. And we now it's been 12 years since my divorce, and we managed to navigate everything and be meaningful to each other in so many different ways. Had I not gotten divorced, uh, she would have had what it would have been what A Course in Miracles called a special relationship. It would have stayed that way. Instead, I was given the opportunity to transform it into a holy relationship where forgiveness is the centerpiece. And it's not easy, obviously. What's up, Easy? I'm going to start eating carrots more because they're one of the only things at Walmart that is it's still cheap. Carrots are good for you. Cena says, Eric, that's actually beautiful that you got the experience with your mother. Most people don't get that. Yeah, I agree. You're right about that, Selena. All of it. In less than 2 months, I will be 60. And in reflection, it was a beautiful, hard, loving life. It was a heartbreaking life. Good thing, too. I would not want to get to this point in my life and still be clinging to all the things that I clung to in those earlier days. Simple says she was telling me that dad will look after me now at 51. I thought that was so sweet of her and that she's still loving till the last moment. I love hearing that, Sniper. That last moment. So you know exactly what I mean when I talk about your heart just literally breaking. It's breaking from so much sweetness. Those sweet moments in life. You can get them anywhere at any time, but when you get them from a loved one like that, and it's the last gift they give you, man. With my father, it was waking me up. I wasn't really deep asleep anyway. I was worried. It was his first night home from the hospital in hospice care. I was worried. I had to do a whole lot of things I didn't think I was capable of doing again. I heard my father. He had the bell. He had intercom. If he needed anything, and yet he was. I could tell he was agitated. He was moving around a lot. It sounded like he was in pain. I went to check on him, and my dad looked at me and said, with so much tenderness in his voice, "Why are you up? I didn't wake you, did I?" Um, his last day home from the hospital, and he was reaching out, caring for me. I didn't wake you. You need your sleep. My dad would always insist, make sure you meditate, make sure you exercise. It was important for him because it was important for me. And I sat with my father, gave him some medication. He had, as we were talking, started having a seizure. And he started saying, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Hold his hand. I kept asking him, what can't you do? Then I eventually told him, you don't have to do it. And one last seizure, he passed away. I stayed up with him the entire night. Again, your heart breaks open. As Leonard Cohen says, everything has a crack in it because that's how the love gets in. Fatima says, guys, I started my channel. I can support my family. So, guys, I need your support by watching my videos, guys, and I'll be watching your videos as well. Love to you all. You got it, my friend. 100%. I was watching your the what's the name of video earlier today, actually. Your short. You really have beautiful content. So we'll wrap things up in just a few minutes, guys. Hey, so Fatima, are you monetized? I was gonna say, are you meditated? Um, are you monetized now? Simple says, I still have my moments. The dreams don't help. I can understand that. Simple says, or I'm sorry, T says, scroll. It's early days. In time, things will be calmer, like the dreams. Rosie says, sorry, it took so long. That's okay, Rosie. Mad Face is here. We knew he'd be here. He's still with us, Danny? T says, scroll, have you seen any signs, blackbirds, butterflies, or feathers? C says, I can't believe you're nearly 60, Eric. You look incredible. Thank you. It's the lighting. T says, Yogi, when's your birthday? April? Yep, April 17th. My birthday is on a Thursday. The day before my birthday, I'm gonna try to do a specific kettlebell test, 10-minute. Supposed to get 70 some reps with a lighter weight. And then the day after my birthday, I'm gonna go for a 10-minute set with a heavier weight for 41 reps. And then Friday, I'm gonna go for a 5-minute set with the same weight to get 35 reps. We'll see if that works. Let's see. T says, Yogi, I'm after you. You don't mean you're after me, do you? Yep, you're on the 26th. I remember. Joshua says, I did. I saw that you said yogurt. That's okay. Yogurt's birthday is April 17th. That was the birth of yogurt. Well, thank you for remembering that, Joshua. Okay, says, well, my sister's B-Day is 4/18. So she's an Aries too, right? I think Aries lasts a little bit longer past that. 26, when the burpees are doing a mass holy grail, 1,000 burpees each, about 19 people so far. Tina says, Squirrel Sniper, well, I reckon we have plenty of stuff to talk about. Our dreams. Hey, Lisa says, greetings from Germany. Hello, Germany. Sniper is smiling at mad face. Danny says, Yogi, it's sad people that have dementia. It is sad. Because they recognize how much they're losing each day. Dementia is the longest experience of grief I've ever had in my life. Joshua says, you can be called Yogi, Yogurt, Yogi the Bear, who knows what else. Yes. We're going to find out. I think the longer I stay on YouTube, the more people come up with names. So, Alexia, my friend, how are you? Let's see. Joshua says, Danny, I don't have dementia. Just an FYI. Alexia says, Danny connected to you. Come on, Asta Kanapu. No, I'm not even going to finish it. I know I already mangled it. How are you, Alexia? Danny says, mad face. Are you mad at that, Yogi? I don't think so. I don't think mad face is really that mad. Alexia says, a good brother Joshua just ended my life. Yeah, we're going to end this one in about 2 minutes. Joshua says, sorry, I missed your live. Hey, Joshua had an epic live stream today. Cena says, anger will eat you up inside. Stay positive. Yep, I liked what the Buddha said. That you are not punished for your anger. You are punished by your anger. Anger is the punishment itself. And anger takes many, many forms. We got some love from Toy Pups. Thank you, Toy Pups. Cat says, I'm a weird yogi. Now I'm a weird to you, my friend. Hey, I was talking with a friend about somatic dancing, and it is the perfect expression of grief, Cat, because there's no wrong way to do it. Again, you applied the RAIN technique that we talked about. Bring it up once again. RAIN is an acronym. Recognize what's happening in your experience, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Just recognize. Bring awareness to it. Allow. Allow the experience exactly as it is. Don't try to change it. Don't try to shift it. Don't try to make it into something else. Refrain the best that you're able to say, I don't want this. Just allow. And then investigate with infinite curiosity and care. Just investigate. Where do you feel it? How do you feel it? How is it expressing itself? Is it an actual physical pain? Is it an emotional pain? Whatever. Do you have it in a specific body part? Does it come and go? Just keep investigating. And last, the end, nurture. Be kind to yourself. Infinite compassion, infinite care. That applies to the somatic dance because now you're going to let that experience express itself through you, through movement, however you're called to move. Bring that brain, the recognition, the allowance, the investigation, the nurture to the dance and allow your body to guide you. See what happens. You can do that seated. I did a demonstration. I might demonstrate tomorrow. We got a thumbs up from Eric LaPointe. Thank you, Eric. Let me jump back in and then we'll say goodnight. Mad Face says, Danny, I'm not mad, but notice I'm a emoji channel. So I must act mad. It's all an act. Let me say this again, by the way. The amazing energetic Joshua had an epic live stream today. Let's see. Toy Pup says, Lexia, so happy you're here. Zipper says, dream work is an interesting chat. My recurring dream was triggered by trauma 28 days consecutively, but it started off in black and white and was full Technicolor by right before my release. Interesting. Tina says, I want to see the banana costume, Eric. I only break it out on special occasions, but definitely check out the video. Rosie says, hi, everyone, again. Joshua says, guys, how did my friend Svexia find your channel here? Svexia says, I find Yogi's channel and Pop's brother Joshua. Yep, Toy Pups has been an amazing connection for so many of us. And unhappily so. Says, Lena, the Cecil, I fell 40 feet onto my chainsaw. Joshua says, thanks for the compliment, Yogi. Tuesday live stream will be Choose Your Own Adventure. And whenever I get monetized again, I have more adventures. I'm looking forward to that. Joshua gets to reapply on the 21st of April. I hope it goes through. Sexy says, thanks, Frenchie. I will return the favor. So, guys, I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to get to bed. We got some more jewels. Thank you so much. Today's the 25th. I believe the jewels will be available for everyone March, I think. Eric says another great live. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Selena says, that's awesome, Joshua. I will check out your channel shortly. It's a great channel, Selena. You will enjoy it. Joshua brings something very unique, and he is indeed amazing and energetic. Sexy says, son, watching your short video, Frenchie. Selena says, good night, Eric. Blessings and take care. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Selena. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Joshua says, Selena, thanks. Look at my short videos more than anything. Joshua says, thanks, Yogi, for your compliments again. Absolutely. I call it like I see it. We get some mad faces from Mad Face. Frenchie says, great live, Eric. Thank you, Frenchie. I appreciate you hanging out. I will see everyone tomorrow, 5 a.m. if you're available, if you're up, if you got nothing to do. If you're up at 5, I assume you got something to do. Sexy says, Eric, connected to you? Awesome. Matt Face says, call me mad or happy. I will smile. I appreciate the smile. All right, guys. I'm going to see everyone sometime tomorrow, I'm sure. Thank you to our pups. See, Slexia, excuse me, says, bye for now, guys. Have a great day. Thank you. You're welcome, my friend. Thank you for hanging out. Ralph Cypher says, T, being chased by at night through the woods by dogs and mob with fire through a clearing to a tree next to a cliff wall. 41 likes. Not bad. Thank you, guys. Okay, so have a great evening, everyone. You too, Kay. Make sure you hang out with Kay Renee's channel. Check out her workouts. Go on a bike ride with her, Peloton. And I love the workouts and I love the bike rides, but I love Kay Renee and her garden. She's in her element. That's what she does. No one does it better. Her and Odom, amazing. And this is the end. Good night, everyone. Good night. Hey, False North. Thanks for coming in. We are shutting down for the night. Joshua says namaste. Namaste to you, my friends. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care.